Forget flowers and candlelit dinners. Nothing screams, "Till death do us part," quite like leading the ASP on a high-speed chase in a stolen pickup truck. On May 5th, 2026, a modern-day Bonnie and Clyde tried to live out that toxic dream. But the second the blue lights flashed, the romance instantly died. The passenger panicked and jumped straight out of the moving truck, leaving his fiancée completely alone to face the brutal wrath of the ASP. Ah, the modern man. Chivalry isn't dead, guys. It just runs away on foot at the first sign of trouble.
Yeah, I got it too. Get off the road, get my cover real quick.
Copy the right on I road on Highway 113.
Talk to me, Dashcam.
Show me your fucking hands! Show me your fucking hands! Get out of the goddamn truck right now! If you fucking reach for something, I will kill you. Do you understand me? You're going to jail. Open the door. Open the fucking door right now. Open the fucking door. Alright, we're taking back off.
She slammed the pedal to the floor and launched the heavy pickup straight into an active farm field, literally throwing a massive cloud of dirt and mud directly onto the pursuing ASP cruiser.
Just ringed it. Just like that, I'll let you know. I'll let you know.
The chaotic off-road derby finally came to a crushing halt, right in the yard of a local farmhouse. Trooper Brandon Rogers executed a sharp pit maneuver, while another unit instantly pinned the truck's nose to kill the engine. When the driver still refused to step out, Morrilton PD unleashed K9 Thor, and one quick bite to her foot instantly ended the standoff. The suspect, Courtney Damon, was hauled off in handcuffs to face felony, fleeing and reckless driving charges completely solo. As for her running Romeo, who vanished at the very start of the chase, he was long gone, successfully escaping into the wind and leaving his beloved to take the entire fall. Imagine having your car stolen only to watch it get completely destroyed on our channel. Let's hope the owner of this ride isn't subscribed, because this one is going to hurt to watch. On May 8th, 2026, Fond du Lac County deputies intercepted a stolen vehicle on Interstate 41, a car that had already dusted Illinois police twice that same week. When deputies initiated a high-risk stop, the driver actually pulled over and parked, but the surrender was a complete bluff. Seconds later, the driver hit the gas, sparking a wildly reckless high-speed chase northbound into Winnebago County.
Vehicle took off. Vehicle took off.
101, 1080, took off northbound.
The suspect turned the interstate into a high-speed obstacle course, using the shoulder as his own personal passing lane and violently weaving through heavy traffic at maximum speed. Desperate to shake the heat, the runaway ride veered completely off the highway, tearing across an open dirt field near County Road Z. But this driver wasn't going to give up without a fight.
Get a chance to take him off the road, do it. Then my 1050.
Winnebago, 1050, County Road C, and Cleveland Road.
153, 1050. My squad's out of commission.
My squad's out of commission. Roll over, send EMS. My squad's out of commission.
Holy shit.
Roll over, send EMS.
Winnebago, they're requesting EMS.
His second deputy finally brought the chaos to a violent end, delivering a decisive, intentional strike that sent the stolen vehicle barrel rolling off the dirt and into a ditch. The wrecked ride instantly burst into flames, forcing the occupants to abandon the burning metal and scramble straight into handcuffs.
Hi, copy. We advise Winnebago they are sending EMS to Z and Claire.
Copy, 2 patients.
Copy 95 with a male.
Check where they would like your unit.
The driver, 23-year-old Anthony Wells, out of Des Plaines, Illinois, and his passenger, Crystal Olsaikas, saw their multi-state crime spree hit a permanent dead end. Anthony Wells was already on law enforcement's radar. His Illinois criminal record had him flagged as armed and dangerous, with a heavy history of weapons and drug offenses. Amazingly, he managed to make things even worse by getting caught smuggling ecstasy pills into the Fond du Lac County Jail during booking. Now staring down a massive stack of felonies, Anthony Wells is locked up tight after his stolen joyride literally went up in smoke. With a massive surge of blacked-out Charger chases tearing through the state, Arkansas state troopers have picked up serious experience hunting in the shadows for years. These runaway suspects always kill their headlights, thinking the darkness is their greatest ally. But what they don't realize is that they merely adopted the dark. The ASP boys were born in it. On May 4th, 2026, a gray Dodge Charger, already completely blacked out, absolutely smoked 2 ASP units on Interstate 430 at over 140 miles per hour. A trooper instantly punched the gas, relentlessly tracking the speeding ghost car through the pitch black, using nothing but the fleeting flashes of its brake lights.
My wife hit it right on the left shoulder. Texas.
V's at 100.
91 is coming up on big one.
With about 90 miles per hour.
43 is the dead end of big one.
Turn back around to the back.
The reckless pursuit tore down West Baseline Road, where the trooper finally closed the gap enough to read the Texas plates. But this driver was willing to use his car as a weapon to escape. He violently swerved within a foot of an innocent civilian, and when the trooper moved in for a pit maneuver, the Charger aggressively blocked the cruiser.
Johnny, 1 second, I'll call it.
Not every Charger running blacked out manages to outrun the cops. Sometimes the good guys win. The trooper perfectly executed a pit maneuver, spinning the Charger out before Trooper Loftus instantly pinned the vehicle's nose to immobilize it. Officers pulled the driver, Flores, and his passenger, Casio, from the car without a fight, finding exactly what fueled the terrible decision. 2 open, cold Modelos sitting right in the cup holders. Flores blew a .02 and refused a chemical test at the hospital. Now facing a brutal list of offenses, including felony aggravated assault, felony fleeing, and felony criminal mischief. If those charges stack, Flores could be staring down well over a decade in an Arkansas state prison for his failed blackout run. If you're going to kick off a high-speed chase, you might as well make sure to impress everyone, especially the trooper trailing right behind your bumper. This particular felon did a masterclass job of doing exactly that, leaving law enforcement in absolute shock. It all started when an officer spotted a wanted guy riding dirty with a stack of active felony warrants in a white sedan. The second the blue light started flashing, the chase was on.
116 are approved. And request actions with you.
Coming back out on the Pioneer. I'm with State now.
I'd have you back on Pioneer.
6986. You want me to call it?
Yeah, that works.
Still northbound coming up to Johnson Street.
120, can you find out what the warrants for?
The direction.
690's driving in the wrong way of traffic. Coming up to Johnson. He's going to be going westbound on Johnson Street.
Have you westbound on Johnson?
Northbound 41 if we can get somebody at 41 with 6. We'll drive. 690's getting up on Winnebago. Like northbound, like no, 1050, 1050. 41 in Winnebago. Oh! Winnebago, let's get him. That's rolling right away.
The pursuit reached its insane climax when the driver abruptly decided to exit the interstate. Hurling the vehicle forward with way too much velocity, he completely lost control, veered violently off-road, and went full airborne. The ditch and embankment acted as a literal launch pad, sending the white sedan sailing level through the sky, flying clean over a moving silver car, minding its own business on the road below. It is hands down one of the best, most unbelievable scenes ever caught on a dash cam, leaving the pursuing officer completely speechless. Despite the brutal crash landing in a nearby field, the suspect, Dwayne Stokes, scrambled out of the smoking wreckage and tried to run on foot.
On Pioneer.
Get on the ground! Get on the ground!
However, his track career was instantly unplugged when a high-voltage taser ride brought the entire chase to a sudden, shocking halt. A routine restaurant robbery quickly spiraled into a catastrophic nightmare on the streets of Chicago, all thanks to some truly awful criminal teamwork. On July 1st, 2016, a crew of 4 armed robbers hit a Tinley Park Arby's, successfully pocketing $1,300 in cash, but the moment they hopped into their gold Pontiac getaway car, the plan completely fell apart. The suspects started arguing so violently that the original driver pulled over, quit on the spot, and forced his buddy to take the wheel. When Illinois State Police spotted the vehicle on Interstate 57 and tried to pull it over, the new driver immediately pulled a wild U-turn, tore through a motel parking lot, and pinned the throttle.
All right, we're going through the motel parking lot in Cal Park. Going to motel parking lot in Cal Park.
Vehicle going through the motel parking lot in Cal Park.
Passing green, passing green.
Passing green.
Northbound from Halsted, northbound from Halsted.
Northbound from Halsted.
Northbound on Halsted 126. Northbound on Halsted 126.
Northbound Halsted 126.
Northbound on Halsted 123. Northbound on Halsted 123. We're likely going to be bailing. Hold on.
Northbound Halsted 123.
Driving through a lot on 123.
Driving through a lot northbound Halsted on 123.
Eastbound 123rd from Halsted.
Eastbound 123rd from Halsted.
When heavy traffic blocked Halsted Street, the driver didn't even think about tapping the brakes. He violently jerked the wheel and ripped the sedan entirely up onto the pedestrian sidewalk to bypass the gridlock. The driving was so terrifyingly unstable that one of the backseat passengers actually tried to leap out of the moving car just to escape.
All units have been advised. Any units that can assist their units are for
Northbound on Union from 125th. All right, I got 117 back with me. Oh, shit! Chicago, give me fire. See if you need to scatter to a 1050 with him. Give me fire out here. Fuck! You guys all right? You all right? Yeah. All right, give me fire out here. I got 3 of these guys, I think. CPD, 3 injured, but they're alive.
The wrong way run ended in a horrific intersection collision when an unmarked Chicago police SUV rushed in to block the path. The brutal 60 miles per hour impact flipped the suspect's car onto its roof and sent the police cruiser careening into a brick corner home, destroying a metal wheelchair ramp just a split second after the homeowner scrambled out of the way. While 4 Chicago officers were injured and 2 backseat passengers survived the wreckage, the run ended permanently for the 2 men up front. Both the driver, Jimmy Malone, and his front seat passenger, Ronald Arrington, paid the ultimate price, losing their lives in the violent crash. This is what happens when you let your kid play way too much Grand Theft Auto. They end up spawning into reality with a 5-star wanted level. Even though he was only 12 years old, this pint-sized gamer was already treating the streets of Las Cruces, New Mexico like a lawless, open-world gaming map. On September 12, 2021, 911 lines blew up with reports of a stolen SUV driving like an absolute madman through quiet neighborhoods. When Doña Ana County deputies flipped on their sirens, the kid didn't hit pause. Instead, he treated the pursuit like a multiplayer co-op mission.
Going the wrong way on the Delray exit behind the movie theater. Yeah, so just go down the wrong way, come out to the 45. The 25 exit behind Sam. Nobody.
A violent head-on crash was the crushing end to the chaos after the stolen SUV barreled down a road the wrong way and slammed directly into an innocent family's car. The consequences were immediate and terrifying. The victim's vehicle was packed with children, sending the adult driver straight to the hospital, while the wreckage of the SUV was instantly swarmed by law enforcement. Miraculously uninjured, the 12-year-old suspect watched his tough guy persona instantly evaporate into a puddle of tears.
Get on the ground! Get on the ground! Get down! Get down! Get him just like a take him all the time. Lay that down! Lay the fuck down! I don't give a shit!
My knees!
I don't give a shit!
Please!
Lay down! Lay down!
My knees! I'm not gonna do anything, sir! I swear! My knees are hurting, sir!
The weeping kid tried to deploy a classic playground defense, sobbing to deputies that his friends forced him to drive. But the waterworks completely failed to move the officers, especially after they uncovered live 9mm ammunition inside his pockets and a handgun he had desperately ditched out the window earlier in the chase. It turned out the preteen was already running from an active vehicle burglary warrant, trading his classroom desk for a spot in juvenile detention. On July 18, 2024, Trooper A. Cass stopped a black sedan going 77 in a 60. The driver claimed she was rushing her child to the doctor but had no license, registration, or insurance, and gave the name Becca Smith. Moments later, she hit the gas and took off, running red lights and blowing through stop signs at nearly 90 miles per hour.
Now you gotta keep giving those speeds in traffic. Going south on 430, south on 430. Traffic light, D60. 44, if you get a chance, be going into the GDI. When in it.
The chase moved on to Interstate 430 South, where speeds reached 120 miles per hour. With no signs of stopping, the trooper performed a brutal pit. The car smashed into a guardrail and flipped violently into the median. The impact was violent. The driver was brutally ejected from the car and thrown into the median. Officers rendered aid immediately, but it was too late. She was pronounced dead at the hospital. What does it take to anger a judge so badly that they slap you with a flat 10-year prison sentence just for running from the cops? On June 23, 2024, one driver provided the exact blueprint. It all kicked off in Mason County, Texas, when a DPS trooper watched an SUV completely disregard the law, blowing past traffic on the highway shoulder. The moment the cruiser's lights flared, the driver stomped on the gas, dragging law enforcement into a desperate, highly dangerous 4-county sprint across the Texas Hill Country.
Person.
Okay, this is Vehicle Control Shirt, Alabama to Texas.
Nine counties. I'm trying to get him fitted, but he keeps trying to hit me.
Where is he trying to fit? The father's in Texas or?
112 northbound 281.
Okay. 6153, want me to call back?
134 go ahead, that's how that passes. Until we're leaving the city.
Basically, we're on the phone with Glen Pastor.
Even with a spiked front tire, the suspect refused to quit, violently swerving his heavy vehicle directly at a pursuing cruiser. While ASP and GSP might wait around to land spike strips, Texas DPS handles things a little differently. Forced into a split-second life-or-death decision, Trooper Alexander Gach drew his service weapon and fired, successfully blowing out tire.
134, you want us to re-round? Yeah, continue a little bit. Project still made it.
My pass is right here, county now. Pass it up. Good spike, good spike.
County 2, you guys can come with me.
Sparking on bare rims, the battered SUV finally died after hitting a second set of spikes, but the madness wasn't over. Barricading himself inside, the driver called 911, falsely claiming he had child hostages, sparking a tense hour-long standoff.
Chris, come here.
Great.
Step out, driver! Okay, more pepper ball coming in.
County Defender 302 and status.
Pepper ball! Pepper ball!
As tactical units deployed chemical rounds, the suspect ranted about the CIA until a sheriff finally talked him down, revealing only a dog and an unloaded pistol inside. For this reckless gamble, a jury slammed 40-year-old Ryan Anthony Lopez with 10 years in prison and $20,000 in fines. Without the video footage, absolutely no one would believe this chase actually happened. On March 23rd, a disgruntled ex-employee decided to settle a workplace grudge in Gwinnett County, Georgia by hijacking a massive 75,000-pound yellow front loader. Ignoring the first responding officer, this 35-ton mechanical monster crushed its way off the property and rolled straight into the heavy, unsuspecting traffic of Jimmy Carter Boulevard.
Watch your dick, keep gravity.
I can't control him.
Grab your machine. What is it? One of those things? How fast is it?
They can get up to probably about 30.
Okay, grab that. Quick.
Making a left. Keep me updated. I've got the sanitation truck, the large tractor, which is our best bet. It's a little bit slower, but he's behind us as well. But
Hey, we're in front of Victory World Church on Brook Hollow.
You can't exactly pit maneuver a 35-ton construction beast with a standard cruiser. As the rogue machine wove through traffic, pulling unpredictable U-turns, officers realized they were totally outmatched. So they hatched a wild plan. The initial officer rushed back to the facility to secure heavy backup, recruiting a waste management employee to drive a second massive front loader straight into the chase under a high-speed police escort.
Circle, drive.
This is unbelievable.
Keep him up! Hey! Flip it! Flip it! If you can flip it, flip it!
The 5-mile rampage reached an epic heavy metal showdown on Singleton Road. In a true clash of the titans, the company employee went blade to blade against the stolen monster, engaging in a wild mechanical duel before skillfully ramming the rogue machine and flipping the 75,000-pound beast squarely onto its side. The suspect, Eddie Sanchez, was hauled out of the overturned cab in handcuffs. It turns out the disgruntled ex-employee had been fired months prior and was looking for a highly destructive rematch. Miraculously, no innocent motorists were hurt before Sanchez was booked into jail on a mountain of felonies. A routine traffic stop for expired paper tags quickly spiraled out of control on March 26, 2026. An ASP trooper pulled over a banged-up Jeep Cherokee in Fort Smith, but the driver was instantly acting sketchy. Sweating it out and outright refusing a vehicle search, the trooper decided to call in a local K-9 unit. But instead of waiting for the dog to catch his scent, the suspect made a sudden, desperate dash back to his driver's seat, slammed the gas, and kicked off a wildly dangerous city pursuit. Tearing through a quiet 25 miles per hour residential zone at over 60 miles per hour, the fleeing Jeep showed absolutely zero regard for the surrounding neighborhoods. The chaotic run quickly escalated, hitting blistering speeds of 101 miles per hour down Midland Boulevard and nearly causing a catastrophic T-bone collision with a passing SUV.
More 30 seconds, now from Madison Kelly.
Copy, approaching Kelly. Is it an SUV? A deep SUV or is it regular?
Yes, it is an SUV. CVR, CVR.
SUV.
Yes, it's a Jeep SUV. TVR, TVR.
Hands! Hands! Show your hands! 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 Go! Hey, I got it. You got it. All right. You better put your hands out the fucking window now! Pull out! Pull out now!
A trooper lined up a second decisive pit maneuver, finally sending the runaway Jeep spinning off the asphalt and crashing to a halt right in someone's front yard. Troopers immediately established lethal coverage, forcing the driver to step out with his hands up. A quick search of the center console revealed exactly why he bolted: suspected Xanax bars and a glass pipe. Now, Joseph Carl Bassett is sitting in the Sebastian County Jail, facing a mountain of charges, including felony fleeing, drug possession, and an active warrant for a $1,000 hot check. With those charges stacked against him, Bassett is staring down a potential 6 to 15 years in an Arkansas state prison for a run that simply wasn't worth it.